Sewer rehabilitation with Orslef CIPP provides a very simple, cost-effective rehabilitation solution that would otherwise have been a lengthy, extremely inconvenient process for traffic, shopkeepers and others, as in this case, where the discharge pipe runs from blocks of flats to the main pipe in the road. Excavating a pipe and replacing it in the traditional manner here would not exactly have been popular. The Orslef tube is suitable for no-dig rehabilitation of wastewater and rainwater pipes, for example. The Orslef tube is suitable for rehabilitating pipes ranging from 100 mm to 2500 mm in diameter. After measuring the length of pipe to be rehabilitated, the impregnated tube is inverted into the damaged pipe by compressed air. Then a rubber hose and inner tube is inserted into the Orslef tube. This inner tube forces the impregnated tube against the pipe wall and holds it there while the tube is fully cured by the use of compressed air. The pressure is maintained and steam added to accelerate the curing process. After a few hours, the inner tube is pulled out and the old pipe is lined internally with a CIPP with a strong and smooth surface that will last for many years. The old pipe is high-pressure jetted and CCTV inspected prior to installation, partly to detect where the lateral pipes are connected to the main pipe and partly to check whether the pipe is clean and ready for the installation. In this case, the lateral will be relined from inside the block out to the main pipe. First, a pre-liner is blown into the existing pipe. This is a thin plastic tube that protects the following polyester tube against infiltration and exfiltration during inversion. The Orslef tube is now ready for installation. In this case, the tube chosen is a pre-impregnated tube from Orslef's factory at Hasselaer. In other cases, the tube is impregnated in the installation van, which is fully equipped with all the necessary facilities. The length of the tube is carefully measured to conform precisely to the wall of the main pipe. The polyester tube was delivered to the site in a crate filled with ice to prevent premature curing. The tube is reeled into the inversion container, which inverts the tube into the existing pipe by means of compressed air. The tube is mounted on an inversion head, which inverts it into the pipe. CIPP lining requires only limited space on the ground. Pedestrians and vehicular traffic can pass unhindered while the rehabilitation is in progress. The inversion head is installed in the manhole and pressure is applied. The tube inverts rapidly into the pre-liner. The operator follows the process closely from the CCTV van and calls out over a radio when the tube is in place. The tube is now perfectly positioned adjacent to the wall of the main pipe. It lies loose inside the pipe. Now the inner tube is introduced and inverted into the tube to force it against the pipe wall. The inner tube is also fixed to the inversion container and inverted on the same principle with the help of compressed air. Everything is ready and pressure is applied. In the CCTV van, we can see how the inner tube presses the tube against the pipe wall. The inner tube continues into the main pipe. Now it's time to apply steam, which is circulated inside the inner tube, heating the tube to accelerate curing. Curing is logged and controlled throughout the process. The data are transmitted to the computer in the CCTV van and constitute part of the documentation for a successful relining. When the tube is fully cured, the pressure and steam are released and the inner tube is removed from the lateral pipe. The lining is perfectly positioned along the wall of the main pipe. A final CCTV inspection documents that the tube has been correctly installed. It's also worth noting that Orslef CIPP linings have undergone 20,000 hours of testing to document a minimum expected service life of 100 years.